point. The kick is good, and the Dolphins will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Scott now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
No, we changed it.
On 1st and 10, Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 12-yard line.
2nd down, Jackson. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line.
Gain of 21 yards. That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will score. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, Scott. Right.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Achane. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now Fields. That went up wide to Achane. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a halt to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try it now with Achane. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and And they stuff him on 4th down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll let one go down the middle. And they finally bring him down inside the 5, but he's not going to like what he sees when he turns around. There's a penalty flag down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Jackson now on 2nd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Project, this is what you want.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
To the air one more time with Jackson. That one just too far. Out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that to Tez Walker. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Again, it's Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On 3rd down, Jackson got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Real quick.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal.
Hey! 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 That's it! Sit up!
Mitchell trying to push forward, but only a yard. Down to the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Quick, ready?
Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal.
Sit hot! Sit hot! 180! Get on!
They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will go all the way. Devon Achane. Touchdown, San Diego. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
That's it! That's it! Come on! That's it! Middle. Hey, Ozzie! Sit up! Hey, middle. Sit up!
They'll go with a counter on first down, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You. 180. That's it.
Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Tyrell Dodson. He gets in to record his 2nd sack here in the 1st quarter.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. This offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
180. That's it. Report. Go.
Third and long for Jackson. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And to be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. A run out of the gun with Achane. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Malachi starts there for the stop.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Back to throw is Fields. He's going to air this one out, looking for help. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. On the return, here's Scott. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Hey. No, we changed it.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
Yo. Hey.
Now Jackson. That is intercepted. Picked off by Jack Jones. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And, Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play and then the play after that? Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13.
Ravens 13. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
180. Hey, report.
Drive will start on the ground. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 30 1 yard. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson, this a design run. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jackson going to give it up on a pop pass. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Catch made right side by Thomas.
Jackson's pass. Back to Ryan Thomas Jr. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Undercrush. 180. What? 180. Sit up. 180. Finish up. Sit up.
Jackson looking to throw. That's hauled in at the 2.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down.
And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Finish up. Report.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. They were chasing the points here in the half, but they got him. And we are tied. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Achane heading left. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And a San Diego
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half.
gain of 11 on the play.
We'll come back to Baltimore
First down, San Diego.
after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Sit high.
A run, and it's Achane. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Sit high.
On 2nd down, Achane. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put it into that play really before it ever got started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He got his man. It's Hill. First grab of the game for Tyreek, and he's got a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
The 7-yard line.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Here's Achane. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Sit high.
One more time, it's Achane. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the 2nd quarter clock. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah. 180. 180. Headshot. Go ahead. Sit high.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the 1st half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. 2nd half is underway. We'll start at the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
You see that? You wait. This way. Hey, 13. Come on.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Ravens. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. The PAT, up and good. And the Ravens go up by 7, 28-21. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Fields. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Pushed out to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw. And fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Fields operating out of the pistol. Moving left. And that is incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. Fields to throw for it. He'll buy time left. He's going to look for the home run ball.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Yeah.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
180. No, we take it on. 180. That's what. 180. 180. That's what. Hey.
2nd down. Jackson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore.
all week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's a give to Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Jump hurt.
1-yard gain. Brings up second.
Fields now on second down.
36
On the move left. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
6-yard line.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Second down. It's Fields. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback, and in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Ravens will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Report.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Jackson now on second down. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
On third down, Jackson. Toss, left side, caught by his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
Hey, report! Report! Hey!
Jackson up top again. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will score again. Touchdown, Ravens. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game.
To the end zone. It's intercepted.
The intent of the two-point conversion is no good. The score, Ravens 41. Dolphins.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Here we go. We're good.
A first down throw for Fields. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being completed.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. 319, just easy. Go.
A run here with H.A. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
That's good for a San Diego first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Dolphins first down.
On the handoff, this is H.A. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Headed left, buying time. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. Flushed to his left. Going for it all. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked up by Nate Wiggins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You just simply can't make this throw, Mike. I mean, not only do you give the ball away when you're in prime scoring position, but then you allow the guy to take the ball all the way back, and Now the offense of your opponent takes the field with a ton of confidence, all the momentum, and it looked like you had a scoring drive, and now it completely flips.
Middle.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. This pass is caught by Thomas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line-of-scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To the air one more time with Jackson. On the run to the right. To the goal line and in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown Baltimore. His 4th TD grab of the season. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ball. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. Returning is Tutu Atwell. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
That's 35. Here we go, son. 19 Jackson.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achek. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Fields.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll try and run it here. It's Achek. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's caught. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it will be recovered by the offense, but ultimately doesn't matter because this is going to be a turnover on down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, here's Jackson. Moving outside the pocket. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
Jackson from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. As time has expired, the third quarter has come to an end. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw on first down. He's going to look deep for Tyreek. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
A gain of 40 yards. First down, Dolphins.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go.
Back to throw is Fields. That is caught. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. But I don't think he knows yet that this one is coming back.
Here we go.
Now, Fields. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Throw is Fields. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. They'll begin here on the ground. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. That'll give him 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Jackson. Oh, falling away, what a throw. He drops it in there. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 54 yards.
Middle.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Hey, report! Report! Sit up!
Here's a toss as they look to run, and he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
7-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here we go, shot!
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Oh, already. Hey! Ready! Cowboy 80! Ready!
On play action, he'll set up. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. Inside the 20. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Here we go. 58, who hears that? Go.
Achane. And no signal as of yet. And none forthcoming. He is stopped short. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Sit right.
They'll run with Achane. And he's got another one. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Dolphins. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Ravens 49, Dolphins 28. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Get your money down. I put money down. On all of us. On my people now. On what I got.
Hey, middle.
And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Nice shot. 13. He changes.
Second down, Jackson. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It is 3rd and long.
Hey, what is it? Hey.
Jackson, look, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. To throw is Jackson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. Oh, the flash, and he lost the football. One of the Ravens has it. Still going. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Heck, by Malachi starts. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
He takes off. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Lets this one go. Looking for stop. And the Dolphins are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing to this point in the game.
Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked by Malachi starts. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
63, Dolphins 28. Tyler Luton to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, set. Set.
First down. Fields. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Alpha, 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 alpha.
Second down. It's Fields. Now he'll air one out. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
Here we go. Move it there, move it there, go.
Fields now. Again, working deep downfield. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Alpha, set.
A design run here with Jackson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. And we'll get whistles and a timeout. So they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go. 180! I got it. 180! 180!
A first down throw for Jackson. Going up top. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Hey, hey! 180! Play. 180! Go right here. Right shot! Hey, Ozzy! Set up! Set up!
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.
up and down before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know, yeah, is that your man? Yeah, cause if it isn't, yeah, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. She said, I have a proposition, every red they want to take me home tonight. I said, what's that? And she said, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. So I sung how I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And let's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to flow. That's your man, hey, cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. Now she say I'm a magician, and if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight. It's quite alright, yeah, she say, if you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. If you can make me dance, I'll stay forever. I'm in love, girl, is it obvious? I'm just trying to figure you out. I want all of you if I'm honest. I'm just trying to figure you out. You're all I need to know. You're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need, you're all I need, you're all I need to know. 'Cause you're all I need,
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's the play. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really, all they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, B? It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. And in the city, it's a pity, cause we just can't hide. Tinted windows don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. How is it, D? Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, 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 huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. Oh, girl and Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then she dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me.
defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, where the blonde was a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly I can walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to live. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside it, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and lace. Inhale fumes from a stove up. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the about to
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.